Cost to date of the services provided to the Auckland Transition Agency by the recruitment firm Momentum?
The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Mr. Speaker, the evaluation panel chaired by Lala Hari, the ATA's HR and Workforce Advisor, selected Momentum from 3 possible agencies due to their quality, their processes and the fact they were and offered the lowest price. I'm not sure what's been charged, but the total cost to the Auckland Transition Agency of Momentum Consultancy Services has been $355,500 for the recruitment of 45 mid-tier managers in the structure of the new Auckland Council.
Phil Twyford.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. Is he concerned that public money is connected to a conflict of interest by Michelle Bogue campaigning and fundraising for John Banks on Momentum letterhead while Momentum is recruiting senior executives for the Super City?
The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Mr. Speaker, I have been assured by the Transition Agency that Momentum have done a good job, and of course I'm not responsible as Minister for the behaviour of Michelle Bogue or Momentum.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. Does he believe he is displaying, quote, high ethical standards, unquote, by washing his hands of this matter when public money is clearly involved?
The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Yes.
Press.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. What confidence does he think Auckland ratepayers have in his ability to manage the transition to the Super City, given the revelations that have called into question his ability to act in an ethical manner?
The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, the people of Auckland should have very high confidence because, as that member has observed, the previous government for 9 years in Auckland did nothing, and this government has done a remarkable job. And I mean, just to give the member one example of what it means, the member over there was saying that the water price would go up hundreds of dollars. In fact, in my own electorate, for a family of 4, because of the changes we've instituted, the water price will be falling 1 July next year by 40%.
Order. Point of order. Point of order has been called by Phil Twyford.
Mr. Speaker, my question was about his ability to act in an ethical manner and the confidence of the Auckland ratepayers. It was not about water charges in Epsom.
Well,
to the point of order.
Well, I don't think I need assistance because, in fact, the Minister answered the question asked because he gave reasons why Aucklanders would have confidence, so he believed, in him as Minister, and given the length of the question, he was at liberty to answer whatever part of that question he chose, and the Minister chose to talk in his answer to cover that issue of confidence, and I believe the Minister answered that part of the question. The point of order, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister has refused to answer part of that question on the grounds that he is not, as Minister, responsible for the actions of Michelle Bogue.
Order.
Mr. Speaker,
order.
I haven't made the request yet.
Order. I don't see what the point of order is. That question was asked. Is the member referring to a previous supplementary question? Well, the Minister indicated that he does not have responsibility for the activities of a business that is under contract, it would seem, to the Auckland Transition Agency. And the Minister would be absolutely right that he doesn't have direct responsibility for that. He can certainly be questioned about it, but when it comes to detail, the Minister has indicated he doesn't have direct responsibility, and he's indicated that to the House. I'll hear the member briefly further, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr. Speaker, the intent of the point of order was to inquire whether your ruling would change around the Minister's responsibility if the person in question were to take up a senior line management position in the organisation, for example, as the Chief of Staff of the incoming Mayor.
As Speaker, I'm not going to rule on hypothetical issues. I can only rule on what is in front of the House and matters to do with the order of the House. And what I've ruled is the Minister can indeed be. The Minister is answerable for issues going on in his local government area of responsibility, and the Transition Agency has been set up by statute, so the Minister can answer questions about that. But there comes a certain point where the Minister in his answer says he does not have ministerial responsibility, and I think there's got to be a reasonable point at which I, as Speaker, have to accept that. Phil Twyford, is this a point of order also?
Further to your comment just prior, in his answer to my first supplementary question, my recollection is that the Minister acknowledged that public money had been spent by the Auckland Transition Agency, public money that was spent contracting Momentum to recruit executives for the Super City, and I would have thought that's clearly within the responsibility of the Minister. The spending of public money by his transition agency.
We're not going to go back because that question was dealt with. I can only, through points of order, deal with the issues in front of the House right now, and that question was dealt with. The Minister answered it, and the question in front of the House right now to the Minister was one about whether or not the Auckland, one to do with ethical issues and confidence, and the Minister answered that he believed Aucklanders did have confidence in his Minister. Now, the member's got further supplementaries should he wish to take them. Therefore, we go to question. I'll point of order the Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Look, to help you in the House, Mr Speaker, let me through you say, look, I'm more than happy to help any member of the opposition frame their questions so they're in order.
No. That is not helpful to the good order of the House, and on this occasion I'll choose to ignore it. Question number 12, Dr. Cam Calder.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.